Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Are you able to hear me okay? Everybody can see me? Hello, Finding Solace, Joyous, hello, good to see you all. Mildred, Wendy, Angel Wings, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for being here. Hi, just me. Hello, good to see you. Yay. Hello, Lori, good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm trying to be less bubbly. Everybody says you're not supposed to be bubbly in true crime, and I'm like, that's just my demeanor. Cooper, hi, how are you? Cool, hello. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Hello, YouTuber. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Be who you are. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm always like that. I'm just like a bubbly person. And then I get tired and then I'm grouchy, but so today I do want to go over the longer video that was posted on YouTube right after I finished my live yesterday. They posted a longer video. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Welcome in. Literally as soon as I ended my live yesterday, they had a longer video. I do want to go over that. And I noticed, thank you so much. Thank you. I noticed when the interviewer was asking the, I don't know why I keep wanting to call them inspectors. They're detectives. And every time she would ask him a question, like you could tell he didn't want an answer because his face would turn red. And that happens to me too. Like my face is turning red now just thinking about it. But so you can tell like it bothered him. Like he can't like answer certain things, or certain questions made him uncomfortable. But hello, Deanna. Good to see you. Nova, hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you guys are here. So I want to go over that video. I have a bunch of stuff I want to show you guys today. Daniel was on Facebook and he was talking about like CPS with like just saying, Cindy, who was Malaya's mother, shouldn't have got like not custody, but like temporary custody, I guess, of Meadow because she had a prior CPS charge. I don't know if that's for a fact. I have heard that as a rumor around, but I haven't like looked into that at all. Have you guys heard that before? Hi, Rachel. Good to see you. Good to see you. Tina, good to see you. Carol, hello, hello. Good to see you all. I try to make the background like, for the seasons, but my little eyeballs won't light up. The eyeballs back there. Little Red, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. D, good to see you. So I want to show you guys that. I have like a bunch of stuff lined up, so I know like I probably can't get through all of it, and I'll probably leave it for tomorrow's live. But we're gonna start. Hello, Rachel. Good to see you. Good to see you. You haven't heard that before, Joyous? Hello, D. Hello, Tina. Hello, Rachel. I heard that maybe like a month or so ago, and then I kind of just, I don't know, you get busy, but it's still there in your memory. But but then it popped up and Daniel said something about it. Hi, thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Roxy. Good to see you all. Thank you. I washed my hair. I'm just, no, literally, oh my gosh. So I have well water where I live, and the water is like rich in like manganese and iron and all that. And my hair, it turns like orange, and I hate it, guys. I just hate it. So I went and got hair color, and I did my hair. I know how to like do hair and stuff, but I like doing it. It's fun. I like doing other people's hair, not really mine. But you have heard that before, Deanna? Okay, so I'm not crazy. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that now. I'm going to show you guys that now. And we're going to go over those messages, and then we'll go into the new RCMP the longer video, which I'm sure most of you have already watched. So let's go. I've got literally like 3 YouTube tabs open. So I'm going to, hi Casey, good to see you. Use lemon juice in your hair. It will take the rust out of it. Oh, wow. I did not know that. I used to put lemon juice and peroxide in my hair when I'd go to the beach when I was younger, and my hair was like platinum. Now, like, I don't know if it's hormones too. Like, you have to boil the water and strain it. Oh my gosh, guys. Like, it's so bad. I need a softener. 108 watching. Oh, yeah, guys, put the thumbs up. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you. But yeah, my gosh, my hair was so blonde before, but now it just, I think hormones too, like it makes my hair turn orange, because like I had like an ashy color to my hair. Now it's, yes, sun in. I love that stuff. I remember like literally going to get sun in at like CVS, or it was Eckerd's back then or whatever, and then I'd soak my hair in it and then go to the beach. And then I remember putting on like for tanning, you do like baby oil and iodine. Did you guys ever do that? The last time I did that, I went to the Bahamas, and I'm like, oh, it can't be too much different. The sun, yeah, right. I was out there for like an hour with baby oil and iodine on my skin. Oh God, guys, I was so burnt. Like for the whole week that I was there in the Bahamas, I had a horrible time because I was like fried. It was horrible. And I usually tan pretty well. Like I'll burn like maybe once or twice in the summer, but then I tan really well. Yeah, trying to get skin cancer, exactly. Exactly. And to make it worse, Little Red, I was laying out on, so in the Bahamas, they have these huge, like, floating, like, trampolines or something. And I was laying on one of those. So the water was reflecting as well. So, man, I was fried. I was hating life. Oh, yeah, no, I agree. Beta B. No, I agree. I think because she doesn't talk. The mother doesn't talk. And all 3 of them, in my opinion. Now, Janie is the owner of the property, and it seemed like, because Malaya said something like, Janie would always text me if the kids were outside. Well, those aren't Janie's kids. Those are your children. Like, you should know when your children are outside. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have skin removed from my face from all the sun growing up. Oh my gosh, Roxy, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully they got it all when they removed the skin cancer. My mom just had it off of her arm. She had to get it cut off her arm. I used to use the iodine and baby oil. Yeah, exactly. I know, like, why the heck? Hello, shenanigans. Hold on one second. Can I, oops, hold on one second. Here, I'll fix that in just a minute. I'm afraid I'm going to do something to the thing. All right, enough of me blabbering. It might be early for some and late for others, but it's always the right time to hit the... Oh, thank you, Finding Solace. All right, guys, I am going to... I'm going to take myself off the screen, and we are going to go to Daniel's messages about Cindy and all that stuff. And someone had posted it's a strange post, but I'll show you guys. Hold on one second. Let me... I am. You guys should be able to see me now. Let's see. There I am. Okay. I deleted myself. Oh, that's weird. Usually I have a two-person thing going on here on my screen. Huh. Oh well. I'll figure it out one day. It always like, guys, you can't see you or hear you, Daphne. Can you guys hear me now? Oh my gosh. Can you hear me? What happened to the sound? No, I didn't mute. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, good. I was like, did I mute myself? Every time like I get into, I'm right here, I promise. Every time I get into a new stream, like it resets my settings all over again for some odd reason. I don't know why. So I have to like fiddle with everything. Hey, AB. All right, guys. So can you guys see the screen with this post right here? I'm going to go ahead and read it to you guys. So someone had asked, this Lilly Jack person said, hey, Daniel, so it would make sense that CPS took Meadow from Malaya's care if she had tested dirty for rugs. But she wasn't, I'm going to say it, marijuana user, right? Would that be enough to take the kids away if marijuana is legal in Canada? So I'm guessing there was more than just marijuana. I would think that CPS would have to prove to you that they had a right to take Meadow away from Malaya, as you are next in line for custody. So did they tell you what she was on? And they write, so was that drug something you would approve or expect her to have used, or was it odd that she had that in her system? So if you don't think she should have had that in her system, maybe whoever stopped by and got the kids Friday morning gave her a bump. I don't know what that, you know what I mean? So she would have the courage to go through with the kids are missing game. Which of her friends or family do you know of that drug is their thing? Who would have had and shared that with her? If this pans out, I think you can find the kids. Well, that question is very odd, but I'm scrolling down here. I know it's in here somewhere. Someone writes, no, don't tell me he got rid of it. He might have deleted it. No, I don't see it on here, guys. Hold on 1 second. Oh, but I screenshotted it, so it should be in here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, well, here. I don't see it now. Guys, he deleted the comment. I cannot find it now. But you know what? I saved it, so I can pull it up. Give me a second. I saved it. So I am going to pull it up here. Wow. I don't know if you guys can read this. So, let's see. All right, there it is right there. Wow, I cannot believe it's not on there. Yeah, he got rid of it. Wow. Yep. Nope, wait, hold on. Wait, there it is. Nope, there it is. I find it. Yay. Okay. I thought he deleted the comment because I'm like, son of a gun. Like, it's not there anymore, and it was just there. But I screenshot just in case. All right, guys. Can you see this right here, what I'm about to read to you in this area? Everybody can see that? All right. So he just wrote this back, but he only replied back to this lady here. She writes back, I'm assuming Malaya wasn't to be left alone with Meadow since the disappearance of Lilly and Jack. I heard Daniel say that Malaya's mother was the one who called CPS to take Meadow. Can you confirm this, Daniel? And he writes, yes, I did. So I say that Malaya's mother was one who called CPS. Can you confirm? And he writes, yes, I did. Oh, can you turn off back music? Is it too loud? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Shenanigans. Hold on 1 second. Give me a minute and I'll turn it off. Is it too loud for you guys? I got you. Hold on 1 second. That good, guys? Music, or is it like hypnotizing you guys, the music? So he replies with, yes, I did. Like he was the one who called CPS on Malaya, right? Doesn't that seem like what he's saying? So CPS did not even trust him with the baby. So, okay. So Meadow left with Malaya, the mother, and Malaya went originally to stay with her mother, Cindy, after that whole argument and stuff, confrontation. Hey, B, good to see you all. Hello, welcome in, everybody. If I missed your name, hello. And somebody had asked a question. He completely didn't answer that question. But another lady named Amber, can you guys see that on the screen here? She wrote, I'm assuming Malaya wasn't to be left alone with Meadow since the disappearance of Lilly and Jack. I heard Daniel say that Malaya's mother was the one who called CPS to take Meadow. Can you confirm this, Daniel? And Daniel writes, yes, I did. Like he's the one who called CPS on Malaya. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, well, anything CPS knows, they got to relay it to, but they got to relay it to them. Hold on, there's more. Hold on. All right. Hold on one second. He also writes, Cindy also has, look, you guys see this? Cindy also has a CPS record and should never be granted approval to oversee the supervisor role. So who's heard of Cindy having a CPS record? Put a 1 in the chat. If you haven't, just put a 2. Daniel would be a snitch in prison. You guys are funny. So, basically he's saying that Cindy has a prior with CPS, like when her kids, like Hayden and what's Malaya's stepsister's name? Is it Shelby or Haley? One of them. I always get the names mixed up, guys. 2, you guys haven't heard of that? And Malaya. So he's saying that Cindy has a CPS record from a long time ago. But guys, I've heard that it was like somebody had called, maybe her ex-husband or something, maybe Malaya's dad. I don't know, guys. I don't know who it was that called on Cindy, but it was supposedly just once. It was fixed, and that was it. It was nothing like what happened with Lilly and Jack, guys. Yeah, it is crazy. So he's saying that Cindy should never be granted the approval to oversee the supervisor role. Well, CPS knew this, obviously. They have a system of records where they can see past like issues. You know what I mean? It's not like they don't have a record of that. She didn't move to a different country or anything like that. So they would have a record of her, basically the old CPS stuff, you know? And they said it was okay for her to have, the supervisor role of Meadow with Malaya being there. Oops, shoot, my thing went all the way down. Yeah, it's child protection services, guys. It's something else in Canada. My brain is like, it's help me out here, guys. What is it called in Canada? It's similar. Well, yeah, that's what it looks like, guys. But it was, see? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, guys. Yes, I did. All right. So I thought that was really odd. Now, people, let me put my glasses on. Jesus. Somebody writes back. I'm not going to read some of these ones, but someone writes back, Daniel, it's funny how people like you like to judge you without proof, yet her family has a long and lengthy history with law enforcement. which is all public access. This totally explains why CPS didn't grant Cindy temporary custody. How? I don't understand that. They did, obviously, because Cindy had a supervisor role with Meadow because Malaya wasn't supposed to leave with her, correct? That's why CPS came and got CPS, yeah, Child Protection Services, Child Welfare. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's all like the same. It protects children, basically, right? You guys are so silly. Children Aid Society. Thank you, Shenanigans. So it's all the same. You know what I mean? They're supposed to protect children. That's their role. And anything that they find out of the ordinary or needs to be reported to the police, basically, it gets relayed to the police. But this person saying totally explains why CPS didn't grant Cindy temporary custody. Yeah, she had temporary custody, but Malaya took off with Meadow. And it looks like Daniel called on her. In my opinion, that's what it looks like, right? Like, right? Why would he write, yes, I did, to that question, right? Like, what do you guys think? Am I wrong? Or that's what it looks like to me, because none of these questions, like, this lady, I'm assuming Malaya wasn't to be left alone with Meadow since the disappearance of Lilly and Jack. I heard Daniel say that Malaya's mother was the one who called CPS to take Meadow. Can you confirm this, Daniel? Yes, I did, he said. So it looks like Cindy had reported it. Then why is Daniel saying he did? Isn't that crazy, guys? And then why would Cindy report that her daughter took off too? It's just crazy. Like, it's just also crazy. I think they're all liars. It's just nuts. Let's see if he said anything else. Hold on one second. I can see what when he comments on anything, or anybody for that matter. Oh, I want to read this to you guys. Give me a second. He writes, the amount of accusations I have is ridiculous from Malaya's family and friends. Wonder why no one talks. This person had written, this would make sense, but Daniel doesn't have custody either. And in Canada, if you are seeking help for drug use, then unless you're still openly using drugs are found in kids' systems, or you're not taking any required steps to get clean, they may not take the kids. However, with 2 kids missing, that may change things. And then he wrote back, the amount of accusations I have is ridiculous from Malaya's family and friends. Wonder why no one talks. But the thing is, you're probably saying the same stuff to CPS and law enforcement, right? Like, it comes from both sides, guys. Durwood was going to see Malaya at Cindy's, and she left before he came. Then Durwood told Daniel that she left. Oh, if Durwood told Daniel that she left, maybe Daniel is the one that called then. Cindy, I don't believe it would harm the children. Daniel, on the other hand, could. Okay, guys, let's see. Oh, Kelly, I see you. You bad girl. You're so funny. Did he write back to you? All right, hold on one second. Let's see if he did another one. Hold on one second. Amber Price CPS should never be granted. No, he didn't. He didn't write anything else. So that was the last comment. Okay, guys. Oh, I want to show you something else too. So I've been wanting to ask some questions to like Malaya or whatever. And there were some other questions I had asked before, but of course they don't, you know what I mean? They answer when they want. But I want to read these to you guys. It's just some good questions, and I'm going to like answer them with what we do know now. I think it's pretty interesting. Hold on one second. Let me get rid of this tab. Okay. Remove that. Oh, Jesus, come on. Give me a second, guys. There we go. All right. All right, I'm on stage still. All right, great. Thank you, guys. Welcome in if you're just now getting here. Thank you. Here. All right, guys. So, oops. If you suspect a parent is involved in their child's disappearance, focus questions on discrepancies and inconsistencies in their stories, such as details about the child's last known movements, recent conflicts, financial issues, or emotional state. Hello, No More Lies. Good to see you. Jen, hello. And then it says key areas to explore are their alibi, any unusual changes in their behavior or child's potential motives, and the presence of any missing items or medical supplies. Okay. Remember, they said the backpack was gone, the boots were gone, and now it's a jacket of Jack's, right? Jack's jacket. Yes, and Logan had tried to get custody of Meadow. Exactly. Need to be a pro at this. Oh, thank you, Christy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Wouldn't be the first babies in this family. Okay. Questions to ask parents. And it says, and some of these have been asked and answered. So, when did you last see your child and what was the exact time? Remember this question? Why was it so hard for them to answer that question, guys? Why was it so hard for them to answer that? Because they said they were dozing. They were laying in bed, but then it finally coming, that they last heard Lily at what, 8:30? Came in the room. Remember that, guys? But they couldn't really give an exact time, in my opinion. The next question is, what was your child wearing when they disappeared, guys? Remember, it kept changing, right? Like, the only thing certain that stayed the same after they went missing was the boots and the backpack, right? Am I right? The boots and the backpack were the only thing that stayed the same. Everything else about their clothing changed. Like, first it was Jack with just a diaper, and then now he has a jacket that was missing. And then Lily had a pink sweater, and then it changed to Barbie top, and then it changed to like just pink shirt with pink pants. But the only clothing to stay the same, guys, was, and the pull up, yeah, and the pull up too. Good call, shenanigans. Pull up boots and the backpack. I find that very odd. Because the dog handler, Daniel said that the dog handler had asked about the wood stove, right? And that's a very odd question for the dog handler to ask somebody. And for them to even talk to him in the first place is odd because, like, don't you think they would just go there and try to be unbiased and have their dog do its job to try to find the children, right? Or some items of the children, maybe. No, you're not a villain, Callie. So I wonder, well, I'm trying to get to the point. If the boots, the pull-up maybe, and what was the other one? The backpack were maybe burned, and the wood stove. I don't know. I know it's a long shot. It's just me speculating. But I just find it odd that those three clothing items never changed. But the rest of their wardrobe changed, right? I don't know. I don't think they let him be on the property during the search. I wouldn't think so either, Christina. I mean, I need to talk to my friend. She's a dog handler. and see what she says. But she's also here in the United States too, so it might be different. All right, third question. Was there anything unusual about their behavior leading up to the disappearance? Well, we heard Lilly was entering the room a few times, and Daniel, her, right, guys? That dog handler is an inspector, so it would make sense to me he would ask questions where he felt, okay, thank you, Nova. I appreciate you saying that. I think the dog handler heard about the case and was disgusted by the way Daniel and Janie all were changing their stories. Yeah. Well, I can imagine because, like, it's a huge case. And for it to be this huge down in the United States, too. So I can imagine just in Nova Scotia alone how everybody's probably talking about it. Because it's a small town, right, guys? Like, remember, Durwood said the people at Tim Hortons were like talking about this guy that killed his 2 kids. Like, he was hearing about it there. And then he put 2 and 2 together. Remember that, guys? So the third question, we can answer that from Lilly coming in and out of the room a few times. Well, it was a few times. Now it's 2 times or something, right, guys? It's so many things have changed. The fourth question, are there any recent issues at school or with friends that might have caused them to leave? Well, we know allegedly that the teacher had taken several photos of the children, and I guess those are the photos where the black eyes were taken, right, guys? Am I correct? And who contacted CPS? Was it the teacher? Because we were told at first it was because of the way they lived, right? Okay. Sorry, I have to have a drink. Now, this one says, are there any recent arguments or conflicts you had with your child? Well, we've heard that from several people. Well, from Malaya and Durwood and Patty, kind of, that Daniel and Jack like had conflicts, right? And I kept thinking, how does a 30-some-year-old man have a conflict with a 4-year-old child? That's crazy to me. And then it just goes on to say about the circumstances. Listen to this. Has anything else gone missing, such as money, clothing, or personal items from your child's room? Well, we just found out about the jacket going missing. And then it says, did you check your child's friend's house and their other parents' house? That's already been eliminated with the bio dad. Do you think your child is safe? So that would be a really good question to ask. Also, who else might have been involved or seen the child? And then it says, is there any reason your child would run away or be taken by somebody that they know? Well, Janie says that she's lived there for years. How would anybody know that they were home from school that day and outside at that time, guys, right? Like, how would they? There was only 3 people that knew that they were not at school. And Daniel said that he thought they were going to school the following day. But yeah, turn the light on them on midnight. That's just crazy to me. And it says the household. Are there any recent emotional or, look at this, financial problems in the family that could be a factor? Yes. We know that to be a fact that we heard. And then recent emotional. Well, we've heard that too because Malaya was supposedly going to leave, right? They already had a U-Haul for her, right, guys? Then it says, are there any recent changes in your relationship with your child or other family members? Is there any family history of substance abuse or mental health issues? We could probably answer most of these questions already with what we do know now. And then it says about their alibi and knowledge. Where were you at the time the children went missing? Well, Daniel and Malaya said that they were in the bed dozing. Janie said that she was dozing as well. So all three adults were dozing on the property. Who can confirm your whereabouts? Well, all three of them, I guess, can confirm each other's whereabouts. So they're all going to have the same story, right? Is there anything you haven't told the police that might be important? Are you aware of any new people your child has been seeing or communicating with? I don't know. What do you guys think about those questions? I also like to ask the question, like, what do you think should be, like, if you find out someone's hurt your child or something, what do you think the punishment should be? And just to see how they, like, what answer they give. All right, guys. I'm going to move on to the video from yesterday with the RCMP. Let's go over that and see if you could spot out when the detective's face turns red, when he he doesn't want to, like, answer the question. Give me 1 second. Let's, oops, nope. Go to that one. There we go. Is that it? Okay. And you guys just let me know if you can hear this, okay? Daphne's, if they were all dozing off and on, then none of them actually have a, yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Like, all of them, they're all three an alibi for one another, but they all have the same story for the most part, right? With two high needs. Yeah, exactly. And a baby. Well, she's 16 months, 17 months back then, right? It's crazy. It's just crazy to me. All right. Let's remove this and let's see, stop that. Nope, I don't want to do that. Share screen, share. There we go. All right, everybody can see that. Here, let me make that bigger. Full screen. All right, perfect. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play the video.
That are trained to detect human remains were in the community on the property where the children went missing. Mm-hmm. What did they find?
Well, they did not find or signify any, identify any scent of human remains during their search. So they searched the property around the family's home. They searched the area where we found the pink blanket, the pipeline area, and the intersecting trails, and they didn't. The dogs didn't indicate on any scent of human remains during those searches.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that they didn't locate any human remains or anything associated to this file or any open files, so there was no human remains found. It means that we've, basically done.
Did you guys see him? His knees shaking. You can tell he's nervous to answer these questions, guys, in my opinion. And watch his cheeks turn red.
We completed that area of the search.
It
doesn't necessarily mean that that there's no possibility that there isn't human remains there. There could have been a chance the dogs maybe missed it or whatever. But at the end of the day, we haven't located any human remains.
So it doesn't mean that there is not human remains there.
There's always a possibility that maybe the scent didn't hit the dog that day or what have you, but we're confident in the search patterns that were deployed and based on the best practices of our police dog services human remains detection handling unit, and we're confident in the search done, but we did not find human remains.
Help the public understand how there could still be a possibility, though. What other factors could...
For the work we're doing, but I'm not entirely sure of exact thing. of terms I didn't have gutsy or how something could be found in the area, but regardless, they could be tucked away in different areas. There could be anything that could have caused an odor not to be picked up by the dog. But again, to our best practices and training and expertise of our PDS handling unit, we feel we've exhausted the area as best as we can.
Really, there's no way you could say with one.
This isn't a way with 100 either. There's things we're dealing with nature and things could happen that we don't understand right now, and where bring them home.
How many days were teams on?
I believe it was around 3 days that the teams associated to this particular search, and they searched roughly 40 kilometers of area during that time.
And what do you mean by 40 kilometers? Is that?
Well, they do, again, I'm not a PDS dog handler, so I can't talk about all the specifics, and I wouldn't talk about all the specifics related to an investigation, but in general, they run certain search patterns, and they do, certain techniques and drills to kind of put the dogs out there and do the searching. So to say exactly how that looks, but they covered roughly 40 kilometers of area during the 3 days that they were searching, and covered all the areas that we felt were relevant to our investigation.
Did they search inside the trailer?
I would have to get back to you for specifics on that, but they did search in and around the property. I wouldn't be able to answer for sure right now. I could quickly find them. We'll get Stratcoms to find that answer, but I'm not sure if they went inside, but they did do the whole property around and the area around there, the pipeline trails, where the pink blanket's at, and then intersecting paths and areas. So.
Did one of the handlers question the children's stepfather, Daniel Martel?
I can't comment on what was said between Mr. Martel and the dog handler.
See his face getting red?
Really not something I'm aware of or have knowledge on. And
You talk to the
I don't have any
like I
comment
do.
there. So.
Would it be common practice for a dog handler to question people who are involved in investigation?
There may be circumstances. I'm not sure that there's strict protocols on talking or not talking. I mean, when a dog handler, and maybe not protect this circumstance, but if you show up somewhere and you need to use a dog, you would probably gather some information to help you get that started. So there could be reasons for sure for PDS to be talking to somebody at the scene to get the information they need. But again, there's no solid and fast rules on that. So yeah, there may, they may talk to people when they deploy, when they may not. So.
Given there were no human remains detected and that these were locations that were the highest areas of probability, is there any other possibility of cadaver dogs being brought in again?
Absolutely. If we have information or evidence or facts that suggest that there'd be benefit to bringing in whatever resources available to the RCMP, we will look at deploying that resource when it's relevant, pertinent, and beneficial to the investigation. So if there were information or anything that we needed to do, or an area we needed to cover again, or anything like that, then we would look at bringing them back in.
What happens now?
Now we continue on with our investigative work. Trucrime took carriage and began collating and sorting and organizing the information and planning the investigation. We haven't stopped. We've talked with a number of people. We've got over 1,000 taskings that we're still creating 8,000 hours of video from the area, and we've done an extensive ground search using both technical capabilities, partner agencies, GSAR, DNR, to as thoroughly as we possibly can search the area around the home and those other areas that I mentioned.
Hasn't let up since May 2nd.
No, it has not let up, and it won't. This is not something that we stop working on. We've got 2 young children, Lilly and Jack, who've gone missing from their home, and it is a Missing Persons Act investigation still at this time. But we need to find answers to that. There's a lot of legitimate public concerns about how 2 children go missing and we can't find them, so we're going to continue until we have answers.
RCMP have been conducting forensic testing, including on the pink blanket that you mentioned. What can you say about what results came back or what we know about the forensic testing?
Of course, I can't say much about the details because it's part of our investigation and there's a process we go through, and we don't want to put out much information. But we've been working with our National Laboratory Services to have the DNA testing done and to get any type of testing related to this investigation in as timely manner as possible.
It's been at least a week since the dog handlers were on site. Why is there a lag in informing the public of what they didn't find?
Well, I'm not sure about the lag. We put our information together. We wanted to make sure that we provide accurate information to the public, and both that and some availability for me to be able to come and talk to the public. We wanted to make sure that I had that availability. So there was some delays about that, and we didn't have immediate information that we felt was going to change or collect evidence for us or change the direction of the investigation. So we felt we should maintain an organization to provide the information we have and set up these QAs. So that's a bit of the delay. But basically there wasn't immediate information we felt we needed to share with the public, and that we would take the time to get our messaging in line and set up the meetings like this. So
you're a major crimes investigator, and yet this case is being investigated under the Missing Persons Act. Is that still the case?
Absolutely. Yes, it is. Under the Missing Persons Act, manage, collate, organize, review large volumes of information using standard practices for information. When we do support an investigative capacity. So there are other areas that sometimes major crime would support an investigative capacity. Larger incidents that maybe aren't necessarily the specifics of major crime, but they need that extra added boost for file management, information management, things like that. So we do support different areas like that, but we are the lead on this investigation because of the large size, the volume, and our ability to interconnect different parts of the RCMP to kind of understand what their capabilities are and bring to bear on a given situation. So that's part of the reason why we remain involved in the lead in the investigation.
So to be clear, it's currently not a criminal investigation.
No, it's not. We don't have any. We haven't collected evidence or facts or information that suggests criminal investigation or charges or anything like that at this time. So we are still investigating a Missing Person Act.
The news release today mentioned exploring all possibilities. I think a lot of people are wondering what the possibilities are here.
Yeah. Of course, I can't talk about our investigative theories and our direction, but part of the role of being an investigator is to be unbiased and collect information and fact to make decisions based on that. So we continue to do that. We will continue to do that until we have the answers we need to bring Jack and Lilly home.
What would you say to members of the public, members of the family who really want answers?
What I would say to them is that we are grinding as hard as we can to get those answers for them. We want the answers as much as everyone else. We're family people. We have children, we have families, we're aunts, uncles, grandparents, we're everything. Not a grandparent yet, but we have the same connections to our communities and our families as everyone else, and we understand the concern. We are concerned, and we are, work hard to gather all the information that we can to get the answers to bring Jack and Lilly home, and we won't stop that.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would like to, thank the public for the cooperation and information that they have provided. I would like to just identify that if anybody does have any further information or evidence or anything that they feel could assist us in locating Jack and Lilly, to please call us. We will follow up and gather that information and follow up with that. So, but we do appreciate that for the public at large, the investigators, but especially the family. I can't imagine what they must be going through. We're doing the best we can to get answers for them and everybody else in this situation. So,
Guys are so funny. Oops, let me pause it because it'll go like to something I haven't. Yeah. All right. I was totally lost with the jingling thing. I'm like, why is Kent jingling? And I was like, is he like dressing up for Santa for Christmas or something? For the that's the only thing I think of. I was like, is he like, because I know he does like a lot of volunteer work. So I was like, is he gonna be Santa for Christmas? That's the only thing I think of. So I was confused. I have to go watch Sunny's later. He's still, I don't know. I was like, what's going on? Mike, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. I am like saving every little bit. I'm going to get like a better mic so I can have like a cool mic here and I can put a hair tie around it like everybody else does. I found that video. Thank you, Nova. You're amazing. It literally just came out too, like an hour ago on here. So let me go ahead and pull that up for you guys and we will watch the extended version of Daniel's son. Hi, Missy. Good to see you. Pink roses. Hello. Yeah, they only have the 2 cadaver or human remains dogs. I don't know why I can't say the word remains. I always want to say remains, but human remains dogs. Yeah. So they only have the 2, unfortunately. So, but maybe they'll bring them back up. Who knows? Hopefully we'll find out. But I do like, since it's an investigation, they're not going to give us anything. I know it sucks for us, but it's better that they stay hush hush, because if they do have someone in mind that is a suspect, you don't want to spook that person into running or hiding, because you might be watching this person to see if they go and uncover where the kids are, in my opinion. So it is good that they keep it close to the chest, I guess, if that's how you want to say it. Wax, you guys are so funny. Daniel's son. All right, let's go watch Daniel's son. Let's see. All right, I think this is the one. Is this it? I think so. Yes. Okay, I just got to blow it up. There it is. Ah, oh my gosh, it looks like he slapped her. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't spook. You guys are so funny. Well, no, seriously, like, think about it. Like, they don't want to spook whoever they've got their eye on. All right, wait a minute. Did I can't stop laughing. All right, there we go. Oh, I guess hold on.
Where the human remains dogs were here recently.
Is here?
Walk me through that day. You knew that they were coming, but you didn't know when.
Mm-hmm. I actually got back from a visit with my daughter.
This lady's dancing.
And I come home and the dogs were already, on scene, and they were there for about an hour before I got there. I didn't know the exact day when the arrival was going to happen. It was even a surprise to me, but at the end of the day, everything's ruled out there, and I hope this is speculation, turns elsewhere.
So you arrive home after visiting with your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
They're there, and then what happens?
They're there, and then, I walk up, greet them, and meet them for the very first time. It's like, can I come close to you and the dogs? And he said, oh yeah. And then, investigators were there, or one investigator, and, had a conversation with him, and they said, like, they were going to do the property. I said, perfect, like, let's do every square inch. And that's when it began with, where do you think we should where do you think we should search? And in my mind, these guys are they're supposed to be the best. They should have mapped the terrain, looked at satellite imagery, and found every single speck on that property that needed to be searched.
I agree with that.
And they should have had, better coordination with reviewing those maps and people involved from the start with search and rescue to determine areas they need to search.
What happened? Did you tell them where to search or advise them, or what did you say?
I gave them like any indication that you know, soft grounded areas like the marsh, the ponds, anything like that. But I said, you're welcome to do it anywhere. You know, they did inside the house, they did, I mean, everywhere, vehicles, they did everything they could in the amount of time that they were given to do it.
So what did they search when they came inside? How did that go?
Well, when they took the dogs, like, inside the house, they ran from one side of the house to the other, waiting for the dogs to, you know, bark or pick up a scent, and nothing was located. Same with all the property. There was no indication of anything. When they didn't do it once. They took in both dogs. They did the whole thing. They did like up the road. They did the blanket site. They did pipeline where the boot print was found. I mean, they exhausted every single area within Landsdowne.
Yeah, the pipeline trail right here where we're standing.
So,
They did, I mean, they spent every hour they could searching, not, you know, any planning or anything like that. I mean, they were boots on the ground, just doing whatever they could.
You were mentioning that you had a bit of a tense reaction with one of the dog handlers. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it was a little bit heartbreaking and saddening to hear what the words that came out of his mouth. And for me, all I was trying to do was ever help. Like that's all I've been doing is cooperating, and to see that and hear that, I mean, it was pretty saddening.
What did he say?
He said your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail. And I said to him that Thursday was just an ordinary day until I woke up on Friday morning. And that's when, like, life changed. There was nothing like life changing on Thursday. It was a normal day. So, therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day until Friday morning.
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened Thursday night,
Yeah.
and your story isn't matching up?
Yeah, well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him, personally. And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once. And that kind of
I've seen you on the news once.
alarmed me, you know, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details.
Well, I'm sure he knows.
So therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details. So you shouldn't try to force something on me without knowing any of the background.
Did he make any accusations at you?
Yeah, he did. He said that Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. And I asked him, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. Like, we just spent the last 20 minutes talking. And there's not enough detail because I thought it was an ordinary day. In the end, like, cadaver dogs were there, they went through, and the story continues. In conclusion to all of this, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I'm still helping investigators at every turn we could possibly think of. And hopefully we see some kind of resolution soon, or some kind of outcome that's positive.
How's that communication in your relationship with RCMP now, 5 months later, and then given that interaction a few weeks ago?
At this point, I go to them. They don't ever come to me. It's just like I have to contact them, I have to go to them, and it's been like that for a little while now. Because I've given them so many leads, and there's only so much I can do. I was told not to pursue any leads, so I'm not the one who's going to be going out there investigating.
Why do you pursue leads? Because you're still out there talking to people and finding out new details.
By pursuing leads, they mean if I have a lead, I don't track it down in person. But yeah, like, I'm still open to talk to the public. I have no fake accounts. I don't have
No fake account.
anything that would be not under my name. Like, I go fully into every comment with my name present. So I have nothing to hide. People are free to message me whenever, and people are free to discuss anything they want with me. Any angle, any perspective that they have, I'm open to it. And I will pass it along to investigators if it's a solid perspective. Every tip matters. All 800 and almost 900 of them matter.
Do you find that engaging helps for you?
It doesn't help me mentally, that's for sure, but I still do it. I'm basically desensitized to all judgment at this point, so if anybody has anything, you can just come to me, or you can go to Major Crimes, you can go to your local police department, they'll pass along tips, or Crime Stoppers. Because this whole situation has drug on for way too long, and it's absolutely destroying everyone involved.
So what does this tell you now that
You
the
want it
cadaver dogs
done
went in,
now.
they didn't find anything? Do you think like the part on the woods, do you think that's case closed?
It should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start. Because with the amount of resources and technology and amount of searchers and everyone deployed in that first initial search, that was a lot. That was an 8-kilometer radius outwards. And it's just the amount of money and people's time, injuries that were sustained during that. It's just, people should have just opened their eyes to see that we need to look elsewhere. I pointed many fingers, and I think that's where the people should look.
Not here.
Not here. Not in the woods. If fingers have been pointed, let's start taking a look.
What's going through your mind as you see their picture
Stop
every
pointing
day
fingers,
still?
guys, at him. Don't
It's just heartbreaking to know
point
that
fingers at him or the woods.
5 months have passed and school started, the summer ended. Like, this should be a chance for kids to be interacting and doing kid things, enjoying their lives as kids. You know, like, it's not just all the kids that miss them from school and community, and, you know, at this point the whole country that, you know they're missing. It's just like I have kids too that know that they're missing too, and like, that's heartbreaking for them. Like, Meadow doesn't understand, but one day she will, and she knows that Dad spoke up for Jack and Lilly when no one else would.
You know, guys, hold on one second. There I am. You know, if in my opinion, if Daniel didn't have so many inconsistencies and so many issues along the way, like, he seems like a very likable, like, authentic person. Like someone that, because he, even if it is inconsistent statements and nonsense, he has been like the only one that's been speaking out, other than like, well, Belinda, of course. And then you have Janie that finally, and then Durwood. But thing is, with Daniel, is there's so many inconsistent statements, in my opinion, that pretty much everything he's said along the way amounts up to the minute amount Malaya has said, right? Because it's so much has changed. So much stuff has changed along the way. It's just crazy. I mean, we've seen it. We read the texts the other night that were just wow. Those were just wow. That's all I'm gonna say. But what did you guys think of that video? He seems creepy to me. Sorry. No, don't be sorry. It's okay. Haley's interview on Sunny's last night. Yeah, I will definitely take a look at that, Shan. Thank you. Yeah, I just, it almost makes you feel like bad for him. But the thing is, I don't feel bad for people where 2 children went missing from your home. Like, you're not the victim here. The adults are not the victims. I'm sorry. The only 2 victims are Lilly and Jack. And that goes for the rest of children that go missing when there's adults at the home. And the whole thing with, the children were given to somebody. Guys, it just doesn't make sense. Do you think that the RCMP would have spent thousands of dollars on the human remains dogs to go out there to search the property, guys? Like, come on. I'm sure they followed up with what Durwood, aka Darren, said. I'm sure they have followed up with what Daniel has said. They're not just going to take Malaya's word for it, that I don't know. It's just crazy to me. They would follow up with that. They would change it into abduction or something else. They wouldn't stick with the same thing they've been saying since day one. Missing persons, the crime, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, what is the word? I wanted it. I totally lost everything. They're saying it's not a criminal case, but there's major crimes helping them, behavioral science helping them, which is like the FBI kind of, similar, to try to figure out what's going on. It hasn't changed, guys. Hello, welcome. What are you doing? Yeah, it hasn't changed. It's been the same from day one. They have not changed anything. But yeah, I mean, it's, and I know Daniel says it makes me mad. I just want it to be over. Well, it's not over. They probably have so many tips that they're getting in, guys, that they're following up with, and that's good. That's good. They should follow up with every tip. For all we know, they might just need one piece to this puzzle that will solve this case. And in my opinion, Daniel, just the only thing that you need to be saying is maybe putting out flyers and just keeping their name out there. You've already said a lot, but a lot of it's changed. And that's why people judge you. I don't know. I'm not going to be a psychiatrist for somebody, but you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, I have to show you this video, guys. And I'm trying not to be rude, but I'm sorry. I'm not going with the bear took the children or the bear chased the children away. I'm not doing that, okay? I understand, and I live in New York State where there are black bears everywhere. I'm talking about, I have the Ring cameras. I'm telling you, I get notifications all the time that there's a bear in somebody's yard, or a bear. Just 2 days ago, a bear walked up somebody's driveway, grabbed a bucket, like an old bucket of chicken or something somebody put in their trash, and took off. And the guy come out of his house, and the guy goes, because he's gonna pick up his trash all over the. It was so funny. I have to show you guys this video, but they're everywhere up here. And yes, there has been cases. There was one in 2002 where a family was up in the Catskills, I believe. I could be wrong. And a black bear, they think it had rabies though, because usually they run off. They're very skittish, guys. The bears are, unless they have cubs, you know what I mean? But still, they'll run off. So this one black bear had taken a stroller, which had a baby in it. And this was in 2002. And unfortunately, the baby didn't survive because I'm thinking there was food down in the stroller when they were all camping, and the bear smelt the food. Maybe the bear had rabies. Who knows? But I'm going to show you a video, guys. And I just want to, if Lilly and Jack encountered this bear, it would run off. And if the bear had rabies or something like that, it would not have been a pretty sight. And I hate to say that, but it's true. There would be DNA from that. And if they ran off from the bear, you could hear them screaming bloody murder from that, correct? Right, guys? So I'm going to show you this video. It's very, it's basically saying it is, you'll see it. You'll see it, guys. Hold on one second. Let me get rid of this one here. And then add this one. Present. Share screen. And this is in Westchester, New York. Hold on one second. Let me figure this out. All right. Add to stage. Hold on one second. There we go. Make it large enough so you guys can see it. All right.
Tonight, a 7-year-old boy is recovering after being attacked by a bear.
It happened in Bedford, in the Westchester County town of North Castle. Police say the boy's parents bravely ran to help him even while the bear was still in the yard. Tony Aiello just spoke with police, and he's live with the latest details. Tony.
Christine, bears are a fact of life here in northern Westchester. They're seen regularly, and residents have learned how to coexist. But bear attacks are rare, and today's was frightening for the family of a little boy playing in the backyard. A neighbor who heard children screaming took this picture of the male black bear lurking near the playset where it attacked a 7-year-old boy. The child's parents were inside their Hickory Kingdom Road home and came running to help. So the bear is lurking in the background as the parents render aid to the child.
That's correct.
How do you characterize that?
That's extremely brave. That's what parents do, though. That's what good parents do.
Chief Simonson says the child suffered bloody injuries, but they are not life-threatening. First responders retrieved the bear's body from the woods behind the home. A North Castle officer used a long gun to shoot and kill the bear to eliminate the threat.
Our concern was he did not retreat. So at one point he did advance, and when you have that many human beings, I would think that an animal of that kind would normally retreat, and it did not.
Many locals take precautions against bears, such as securing garbage cans. This picture is from 2019, one of many times the town has warned residents about bear activity. Soon-to-be mom of 3, Jessica Donaldson, says hearing about an attack on a child is chilling.
It's scary to think you could have children out in your yard and something like this could happen. Very hopeful that the child is okay and that everything is under control.
Yeah, everyone up here in North Castle pulling for that 7-year-old boy. The bear will be tested for rabies, and the boy is being treated for his injuries at Westchester Medical Center. Police are urging residents to remove bear attractants such as pet food and bird seed from their backyards and to keep a very close eye on the kids when they're playing outside. Live at North Castle PD headquarters, Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Tony, thank you.
Okay. All right, don't go to a different video. So my point being is the parents heard the child scream and they came running outside to help their child. And the news anchor said usually the bear run off. And that's true. They run off. I have a funny video saved where there is a bear on a fence, a black bear, of course, not a grizzly. There's no grizzly bears. Well, at least I don't think there is in Nova Scotia. Do you guys have grizzly bears there? We don't have them here. Oh, is Belinda here? Hi, Belinda. Good to see you. Aw. But, yeah, guys, the bear, they would have heard Jack and Lilly scream. At least Janie said she hears everything in that RV, guys. Everything. And I believe her because the walls are like paper. And then, and God forbid something like that happen, there would be proof. So, bear, sorry, I don't believe it. Now, did they run off without screaming? Maybe a 1% chance. But if 2 small children see a bear running after them, and bear can run very fast, guys. They're going to catch up to the children. All right. Of course they're going to scream. And I don't think that Jack and Lilly could outrun a bear. All right. They run very fast. So bear, out of the question. Wild animals, I don't think so. Unless they were picked up by some kind of freaking pterodactyl or something. I highly doubt it, guys. All right. In my opinion, the 3 people on the property had something to do with it. One out of those 3 people, or all 3 of those 3 people, know what happened to those children. And I remember something Daniel had stated early on. He says Malaya stays quiet because she will incriminate herself. Right there. So for a mother not to speak on their children, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I wanted to, let's see, I wanted to go over another video with you guys, but it's getting late and the dog is starting to grunt. So I got to go put the chickens up too. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys. So last night, because it was like 7:30 or something when I got done with my live last night, and it was dark because you know how it gets darker early now. I went out and I had brought, it's pitch black. I can't see anything when I go out in my yard. And so I put the dog on the leash with me and used the flashlight. And she's pulling me and I'm like, what is going on when we're getting by the chicken coop? And I think the fox or something was like trying to go in the chicken coop last night. I hadn't had closed the doors because I was here. So I'm like, thank God we got here and we did. So when I looked in their coop, they're all like sitting there like, it was so funny. I have, I don't see her today in chat, but she had sent me some screenshots of something that I want to show you guys, but I want to make sure it's okay with her before I show you guys. And it has to do with Haley. We have coyotes in California. Oh, coyotes are bad. I hear them all the time, and there's always more than one. They're always like squawking. All right, I'm coming in there then. I'll be over there. I'll be over there if you're going live right now. A fox murdered my chickens and ducks. Be careful. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Shen. Yeah, they're bad. I had a fox get one of my girls. This was right in the spring. The fox is on the hen house. Yeah, they're bad here. Really bad. My neighbor, well, the person that was behind, had a fox like just dead in her yard. We think it like died from rabies or something. Bear would go for the chicken. Yeah. Well, I remember Janie talking about, you're welcome. Thank you, Tina. I remember Janie talking about the bear in her voice messages, and she had stated that she doesn't leave any compost or anything out anymore because of the bear. But when you look at, for Daniel to put the wrench in the door on the front door, how could a bear even get into that area? Can you guys explain that to me? Because it looks very small, that area. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And you guys tell me how a bear could get in there. Hold on 1 second. There. Why am I here? Here. All right. Don't mess with me, Facebook. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm such a dork. How do I do this? Who is that lady? Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to pull it up so I can show you. There we go. Media, I think it shows, or events. Media. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I want to tell you guys a little secret too. So if you go on the Facebook Lilly and Jack group or anything, and you are looking for a document or photos or anything, you can actually click on media. It will pull up every picture or post that has been put on there. And it's really easy. Oh, hi, Golden. Thank you. Thank you, new members. Thank you, members, all of you. You guys are great. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. A bear drag, trust. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. If a bear, I mean, there would be footprints too, guys. What? Linda, were there 3 sets of footprints? Like, yeah, that's weird too. Yeah, rabies. Oh my gosh, guys. We had a fox by our garage caught on camera. We don't have chicks though. They're bad. They're pretty animals, but they're bad. After the one fox, and it had kits with it. It had 2 or 3 kits. And after it had killed one of my girls, of course there were still feathers there after we buried her, but it kept coming back for the rest of the week until it realized like the chicken's gone. But it would come back every night to see if that chicken would like magically spawn. Chickens are fun, but they're dirty. They're dirty birds, guys. They're dirty birds. They are dirty birds. Here, let me scroll down here. I think I'm like, okay. So let me show you this real quick. Oh my gosh, it is so cold, guys. Ugh, I do not want winter to come again. Just wish it would pass by. I wish I could fast forward to like early May. Let's see. Because that's when it kind of stops. I mean, it still snows, but oh my gosh, where is this picture at? Almost there, almost there. Actually, this is a pretty good picture. Okay. Why is that popping up? Oh my God, Jennifer. Who is that? Come on. There you are. All right, this person's thing kept popping up. Let me do. All right. Dirty birds. Dirty birds and their friends. All right, I'm going to show you this real quick. And you guys tell me how a bear, like, is able to fit its big butt in here. All right. What is it? Okay, out of stage. Okay, so here is the front door, right? This is the front door, or am I wrong? That's the front door. It has a little cover over it, right? And then what's up with the stairs, guys? Oops, wrong way. Hold on. So, this picture is blurry, but this is the front door. And then the bear would have to walk in this little area over here. Let me see if I can find a better picture. Goodness. Like, how would a bear even get in there, guys? Like, I don't understand that. That's a small area. That really doesn't show it. Maybe I can zoom in. Oh, here we go. Perfect. And it looks like it has a door on it, guys. So how is a bear getting in there? How is a bear getting in there, guys? Can you guys see that? Or am I like blind? Can someone tell me how a bear would get in here? Because it's like a porch, right? It's a little porch addition. And how do you even get up there? There's no stairs. Can someone explain that to me, guys? Can you guys see that? Supper time, lots of. Oh, thank you, Nova. You're amazing. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, you're amazing. Thank you so much for coming in. But I don't know, guys. Let me know how a bear would get in here. I'm so confused. So why would he put a wrench on that door, guys? Was it to keep people in or to keep something out? That's the question for tonight. They will. Yeah, no, I know, Denise. I know they'll open stuff. But I would be more afraid of the bear coming through the sliding door, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Bears are smart. They really are. They're smart. But that's a small area. But that doesn't even look like steps up to that. Like the steps are over here on the ground. I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, I would be more afraid of the bear coming through the sliding door. Now, what I have always wondered, if the sliding door has a piece of wood or something they put in the track. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Like I have one sliding door and the lock is like, so I use like a piece of wood in the track, so it cannot be opened from the outside. Did they have a piece of wood as a like jam so that sliding door cannot be opened? I'm just curious. You guys know that? Peacemaker. All right, guys, that's the question. How would a bear get in there? No stairs or anything. I don't know. But that's an older picture because look, the woodshed hasn't been painted yet. But the fence has. The woodshed hasn't been painted, but the fence has. So they were still working on staining the woodshed. So I'm just curious. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you. Is the wrench to be put in the side door or on the top ledge? I put knives on the side of my door to jam it. Huh? I believe it was on the top, guys. The bear code for Rhodes customers. Yeah. And I'm telling you guys, in my opinion, I think something is up with the coworker of Daniel's. I do. Well, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. So, Belinda, how are you doing, sweetie? I mean, that's a stupid question for me to ask. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just don't get the bear thing, guys. I'm sorry. If you can dodge a wrench, yeah. I think it was to keep people in, to tell you the truth. Probably Bigfoot. All right, guys. Everybody head over to Justin's live. Justin's about to go live. I'm going to go put my my 3 girls up so they don't get eaten by the fox, but I appreciate all of you. Finding Soulish, Justin. I appreciate all of you guys, all you members. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. All of you. Mike, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. And we will do the rest tomorrow. I don't want to keep you guys here for like 20 hours. So, but have a wonderful night. And I appreciate all of you. And we will see you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good night.